the party ended up rescuing a new friend from patrol of Grung. He also happens to manage to take one of the Grung hostage and has have been talking to it. Uh, Run even managed to scrape some of the skin of the Grung to collect some poison. Or did you collect the fat from the arrows?
He got the poison from the bodies.
Oh, from the bodies themselves. Okay, not from the living prisoner. Got it. But he still managed to collect some poison. And that is where we last left off. And it's a good thing I didn't have to run the game last week, or else I would have just had to have canceled because I was working 12 plus hours last Friday.
Oof.
It was rough.
Yeah, that's never good.
Mhm. I had to do that again on Monday. Oh, sorry,
Uh,
Tuesday, because of Monday was a day off.
well, I'll tell you what. I'll trade you your 12 hours for my 2 hour one-way drives.
Ouch. Yeah, I can't drive that long.
And plus my 12 hours. Anywho,
Why am I here? What? Run. Why is all that background noise?
um,
Thanks. Uh, sorry. Every time I went to talk, it was like suddenly I'm hearing TV noises. So you have a going prisoner. We have a new friend. What would you guys like to do?
Saying we're on our way to go talk to goblins about this color for the robot.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah,
have to find him first.
you learned from the grung that it's the goblins that happen to have something that relates to the robot. That you guys were essentially going the wrong way.
Did we figure out the right way to go? I can't remember.
I believe the grung did point you towards the east.
Yeah, opposite direction.
Yep.
Because if really should have known back at the automaton, we were going the wrong way. Because that's where we found the goblin tracks that were headed east.
Yep.
Ren was just hoping it wasn't the goblins that had the piece.
Didn't really know for sure if the goblins did have it. Onward. We have someone with us that speaks goblin.
Yes, you do. You have Arya.
Yep.
Bye, Lyra. Okay. So that'll be 3 more days to return to the statue and to start on a path from there. You see if you encounter anything on your way out there, and somebody roll me perception checks, which will be the equivalent of you guys walking and you guys
Oh,
camping throughout this time.
For 20. I'm getting the. You can.
And by
Babe,
the way,
not touching it.
and by the way, did you guys decide to keep your grung prisoner? Did you kill them or did you let them go?
Um.
If
Up
it,
to Jasper, we're killing them.
if you ask Aria, we either keep him prisoner or if we let him go. She doesn't want to kill anyone.
Let's say we let him go.
Okay, yeah, he rolled a natural one. Shows up as my name, but
Nice.
let me quick. Let me roll my. Here we go.
I don't even want to say what I rolled. I got a 13.
I mean, my dice are treating me nicely tonight. Yay! That, and then I'm gonna roll a fucking 9.
The dice did not favor you guys. Well, unless you get something interesting in the arcade in the encounters board. I was just doing a roll to see if you encountered anything on the way back, and yes, indeed, you do.
Oh, we're dead.
We had a rest since the last fight.
Yes,
Okay, good, good,
you've
good.
had a long rest.
Okay, sweet. So I can get my spell slots back. Woo!
Oh,
So, watch it.
well, let's see. You partly locked out, but since I rolled both of the dice that I rolled were high, I'm going to find out if it's the only thing you lucked out with or not.
Rolling highly on things. It's loot.
Okay. Well, this is going to be interesting.
I don't like hearing that.
I was about to say that too.
Happy to be here.
So, what have you rolled a net 20 for perception, correct?
That was Jasper.
Yeah.
And I think I rolled a 19 because I got a 24.
You traveled for 1 day. And come upon. Come on, where are you? Where are you in this page? And you hear really loud, kind of these ribbiting noises. And this weird little chiming sound that's almost like a frantic sound. Like a very frantic wind chimes.
I will alert the group to that. Does it sound like from what we've fought them a couple times? Notice that it sounds like grung?
No, actually, you're pretty sure it's something other than grung. Another frog type thing, but not grung.
Nature check?
Sure.
Do you want us to make nature checks too?
What'd you get?
13.
13. You're pretty sure you
Only a
hear
13.
some kind of frog up ahead, but you're not sure what the wind chimes are. You're the only one that hears. Actually, no. Arya would hear this too. So Arya, yes, you can also roll nature.
Let's see if that helps with my +0.
No,
No.
you have no idea. You kind of just notice a noise. You don't really know what it is.
Don't know
Okay.
if this is-
Maria will look to Jasper. Should we keep going forward?
Just cautious.
All right, Maria will hold her quarterstaff in front of her.
Or fuck it. Merge with stone. So the pass without a trace. Want to be stealthy about this.
There's no stone in the area. You're in lush jungle.
It's just called merge with stone. It's you cast the pass without a trace spell once with this trait, requiring no
okay.
material component.
I was thinking that actually required you to be in a stony location.
It's just what the thing is called with being Genasi.
All right.
If you'd like, I can go ahead and and scout it out.
Would probably be good.
And Flute will be around Run's neck, and then it'll turn invisible, and then the next thing you know, voila voo, voila poof, Run is gone.
All right. Is that
That's
invisibility?
invisibility.
All right.
Yep.
Roll stealth at advantage then, please.
If he's within, I think, 30 feet of me, then he gets the +10 to it as well.
Yeah, but by the time he goes out and looks what it is, it'll be more than 30 feet.
Unless we're following after him.
That kind of eliminates his need for stealthing by
Yeah.
himself.
Okay, let's see what we got. And that is a. All right, so my highest is a 13 plus. Oh, that's 23.
All right. You sneak on up ahead, well past the rest of your group, to the source of the noise that you can now hear yourself. Kind of along with this weird, frantic wind chime sound. And by the time you get up there, you see rather large frogs. They're not huge compared to like the majority of your companions, and Arvia would definitely be towering over these things. She's tall. But one of these could potentially eat someone the size of you. But they are currently attacking what looks to be really, really tiny little creatures. Humanoid. You're pretty sure you've seen these before. GM
Oh,
is
it's
currently. Yep, GM is not currently is forgetting if Run never saw one of these. The Chewinga.
Oh, I know we
The
had
what?
seen some at Nangalore the second
Oh, we
time.
saw some in the Medusa's temple.
Yeah, Nangalore.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't remember if Run had seen them or not. Because, you didn't meet Run until Mangalore.
Yeah, but that was the second time. But the time when we saw Chewingas, it was the second time.
So you do notice that that there is there are two Chewingas standing there and several giant frogs. It looks to be about 6 of them all told. Medium-sized frogs that are currently munching on what probably used to be Chewinga as well.
No.
Could you post a image of what those things look like again?
Okay.
They should be in the handout, shouldn't they?
I can bring it back up again.
No.
Hold on.
It's in the
Oh, never
handout.
mind. I
If I
found
can
it.
spell it, yeah.
I found it.
Yeah, they're tiny and they're currently being munched on by giant frogs.
Buddies?
Right, and unfortunately, my crossbow is still undone. Um, okay, so decisions. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to release the rage. The rage firebolt.
Reason I was expecting you to say fireball, and I'm like, well, there go the Chewingas.
No, unfortunately, Run doesn't know that one yet.
I hate that yet.
Alright. That misses. But you lose your invisibility, And it alerts the frogs. And now I have to set the scene for you.
Hey.
And how far are we away?
The rest of you are very far away. Yeah.
Because, I mean, I know we went a while without a combat, but you don't have to make up for it all in a few sessions.
It wasn't meant like that.
How do I remove a token?
What do you mean?
Uh, well, Floof is going to turn into the blink dog.
All right, you can do that on your turn. Because I'm about to. I said we're in combat now. I just need to set up before I can pull out the initiative thing.
I know you didn't mean it like that. I was just messing with you. Let her play. It's just me.
All right. So technically, none of you really know where Run is right now, since he was invisible. He went behind a bunch of trees, and now he's pretty much gone from your radar.
Means he's probably going to be dead.
And yeah, you don't know he's in trouble either.
Yep.
Run.
Give me just a second here. I'm looking for that one.
Just run.
And can you please mute while you're not talking? Because there's a lot of background noise over there. Thank you.
Oh.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
Okay. Uh, who the fuck? Come on. Oh. I didn't roll yours at initiative. Oh, never mind.
Charms, supplemental materials, supplementals, charms. Gift. All right. So, what happens is, starting off, the one Chewinga seems to notice you, Run, and as it doesn't seem to have any real good defense against the frogs that are surrounding it, uh, it seems to look at you and you you suddenly feel like you have been charmed, and you gain the following ability. Charm of Animal Conjuring. This charm allows you to cast the Conjure Animal spell. Once used 3 times, the charm vanishes from you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do I get to choose the animal?
Same way that's the spell in the book does it, yes. Conjure Animals, 3rd level. Arya, you can roll perception to see if you notice anything wrong. Nope. You haven't
Nope,
heard anything yet.
Maybe it's just taking a little bit longer.
Jasper.
Would I be able to roll perception to see if I notice anything?
Of course, roll perception.
Okay. That is 16 plus 7.
Alright. You're not sure what's going on, but you did hear the sound of a spell being cast somewhere ahead of you. Although it sounded like it whapped up against the bark of a tree.
Is it being? Oh.
I
It just
can't
allows
hear you.
him to cast
Can
the
you-
conjure.
Can you repeat what you said, please?
It's just a spell that allows him to cast the conjure animal spell. It wasn't actually like the casting of it. I was going to ask if.
No, he hasn't. He
what
hasn't
person had
cast.
that spell.
He hasn't cast that spell. It's the spell he cast earlier, the firebolt spell. The sound of that
Okay.
being cast and wildly hitting a tree.
Gotta go. And I'll start taking off in that direction.
All right.
Oh. And that'll be my turn, I guess, because I ain't got shit that's gonna reach over there, and I can't even really see anything.
Ribbit. Giant frogs look and see that there is a much juicier piece of meat on the field all of a sudden. That you are a small-sized being. And the first giant frog, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, makes its way over to you and will bite.
I think he actually skipped his turn because he was supposed to be first to go.
Who was?
Don had the 29.2.
Yeah, the roll perception check, please. I guess that you must have written that in later after I'd already sorted.
Oh, rolled it.
It was just under Jasper's initiative.
Yeah, it's weird because it didn't have you on the top there. Roll perception check. Alright, so
What
yeah,
is up with you for 20s?
you also heard the distant sound of some sort of magic spell. It sounded like whapping against a tree.
Well, all I would have been able to do was just run that way for now.
Yeah. Arya, would that have made you move?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can also move your token. That doesn't change the attack on run at all, though.
Right. So
So
I'd
would I have been allowed to dash as an
Yeah,
action?
Yeah, that's an action. So yeah.
Which puts me right here. Okay.
Run.
I'm adjusting right now.
Alright. So, since you are a small creature, and it did bite you, right?
Yes.
Well, it also... Whoop! You have just fit down the frog's throat.
Oh no.
Because
Not
you are
again.
Yeah, Arya, you kind of just make out what looks like the form of Run suddenly being swallowed by a frog.
I forgot.
I'm getting. Aria is right now getting some severe Santana and the giant crocodile vibes.
That.
So you are currently blinded and restrained.
Okay, so restrained just means that I can't. That movement is 0, correct?
Correct.
And disadvantage on attacks.
Correct. Yeah. Thankfully, the acid doesn't kick in until the frog's turn.
Oh God.
Yeah, this frog not seeing any more those targets goes after the Chawunga.
The Dwinga.
And that one missed. Run. What do you do during your turn?
Okay, this is going to be a very long-winded question.
All right.
All right. Technically, um, I have an ally within 5 feet because Floop was right by me. Um, I'm inside this thing. Do I get my sneak attack?
Technically no, because you're hitting at disadvantage. That kind of cancels out the sneak attack.
Jimmy, you bitch.
That's a damn shame.
And here's another question for you.
Uh-huh.
Your quasit. You said you had it around your neck.
Well, when I was with the group, he was.
Yeah, because you mentioned that, which means that he's currently tiny sized.
What's that?
Which would make him tiny sized since you're a small sized creature.
Yes.
Which probably means that it wasn't it still around your neck when you got attacked, which means it also is technically inside the frog. Kind of got pulled in together.
Ooh, that will be bad. Okay, anyways. With my disadvantage, I get an 18 plus, just a second here. Let me double check my short sword. Is a +7, so 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So I will assume that hits.
Can you write it out? Yep. And how much damage? That is not a happy frog. It's going to get
Hey,
bloody inside.
let's just say he's lucky I didn't have advantage.
And I
My
think
top,
actually at that it would spit up part of its meal, which is the quasit, since the quasit's not really fitting after all. Anything else you can do, Ren?
could I try to escape?
That would have been an action. And you just used your action to attack.
Okay, well, I do have 2 short swords, so guess I could try to.
Being restrained, I don't think you can grab another weapon out of your thing.
Yeah,
And
that's
you
true.
had one hand free already because you were casting a spell
Yeah.
before they attacked, so you didn't have time to
Yep.
grab another weapon before it swallowed you.
Oh, good. I'm brain fried anyway, so. Um. Nope. Yep. That's it.
My turn now.
I don't know what happened, but I cannot hear anyone.
Just
Hear me?
I can now.
I was muted, and Aria was muted.
See Grizz lighting up, but I can't hear her at all.
Exactly. That's is like she went quiet.
Hello?
There you are.
Welcome back.
I was here. Weird.
I'm
Just
gonna
waiting
make
on you,
mine.
Torn.
Yep, I'm gonna make mine simple. I'm just gonna run up and dash up to here.
Alright. Giant frog comes here, attacks the Chewinga. Yeah, grabs and swallows that one. Hold on. That one. 4. Whoop. This giant frog over here. What the? Uh-oh. I think the Chewingo set up wrong. Hold on, let me look at the Chewingo tokens. Ah, joy. Yes, for some reason the Chewingo were set up to HP, so they were sharing an HP pool. Sorry about that. That one comes over here and also attacks the Chewinga. And that one misses. What does the now blood-covered Quasit wish to do? Turn into a blink dog? Hello?
Yep, turning into a blink dog.
Alright.
Hold on a second. Let me get some stats into here. Okay, since he turned into a blink dog, is he still able to take his attack or not?
What does it say about shapeshifting when it comes to the Quasit? Does it eat up a turn or is that a bonus action?
Okay, the closet can't. Hold on a sec. There you go.
Yeah, so that's an action, which means it just has a bonus action left. And movement. It does not have an attack action.
Okay, so use its bonus to
Okay. Can you move the token under your own power?
yes, give me just a second here.
Okay.
All right, so this way they know that, or anyways, that'll end his turn then.
Okay. Giant frog. Going after that Chewinga. Bite. Misses. That Chewinga is not very happy considering it's the last one that hasn't been swallowed. And it seems to be looking around frantically. But doesn't seem to be able to do anything as it cowers. Giant frog comes in. And also misses the Chewinga that's cowering. Erden!
Okay, sorry.
I can't really do it. Just come up here and turn.
Okay. You have a bow and arrow, so you can probably target something over here.
Had to
He
dash to get up there.
Oh, you dashed to get up there. Okay. Chewinga, that Chewinga is stuck. Arya.
Alright, I'm gonna use my movement to get right here. I see these guys in a grab around this guy, so fortunately I can't cast it right here, but
Yeah, the giant frog in front of you has a big run-shaped bulge in its belly.
yes.
You can see which one he's in.
Yeah.
Well, she saw it eat him, so
Mm-hmm. I also see the Chewinga over there and being a druid.
yeah. So do you save the helpless Chewinga, or do you try to rescue Run?
Ren can help himself. I'll be here to help heal him.
That's a good one.
We're casting Call Lightning at 4th level because why not? And I'm just gonna aim it for right here so it hits these two.
All right. DC 16.
They still take half lightning.
Yep, I know. Half, so that is 10. They both take 10 points. Lightning tits. Jasper!
Bonus action on Wolf. can put the token out on the field. Thinking not. But yeah, I can. So doing that, I already counted it out. I can get right up in this thing's face if I dash. So do that. And then my turn because I can't do anything else.
Where'd the closet token go? I was putting things in the corner that weren't supposed to be on the field. Huh. Weird. Alright. And that was a dash, you said?
You can attack through an ally space, can't you?
You're right there, so you're not in front of an ally. If you try attacking through an ally space, it'd be squeezed, and thus it would be a disadvantage.
He was asking if he would be able to attack around me, the one that I'm sitting in front of me.
Oh, yeah. It's just that if he misses badly, he might hit you.
It's fine. I have another wild shape.
Giant frog. Okay, giant frog is currently trying to digest its meal, which is run. Hi, Max. Run takes 7 points of acid damage. Inside the belly of the frog. Other frog attempts to eat the chewinga. And this time, grabs and swallows it. Run, it's your turn.
Am I able to use a object?
What kind of object?
An alchemical vial?
If you've got a free hand, I think you can probably reach into a pocket to try to fumble for it. Where is it?
It'd be in my bag of holding.
Where is your bag of holding? Is it slid over to your side, like the picture suggests, or is it over your back?
I never RP'd it, but it's inside his pants.
Ooh. And I take it by that's not exactly inside his pocket.
Exactly.
So that might be a little bit more difficult. How about we do this by you attempt to grab it out of the bag. You try to reach your bag of holding, and since you're restrained, you can't move. You can't really move your arm. You can't see anything because you're blinded in there. So I'll give you a 50-50 shot that you can actually grab into the bag of holding and snag it. For that, I think we're going to go with good old high-low. Which one do you want?
We'll try the luck of high.
All right. Roll the 6. You grasp your hand around, and for the life of you cannot find your bag of holding. That's your bonus action. You still have an action. What do you wish to do?
Well, I still do have a short sword.
So you get stab at disadvantage. All right. Try to carve your way out of this
Okay.
frog.
So that is a 12 plus 7.
That's a 19. That hits.
And that'll be 8 damage.
8 damage. The frog is still alive.
Actually, hold on a second. Okay, yeah, it's 8 damage.
Okay. The frog coughs up a little bit more blood. But no run. Torin.
I'm just going to dash up in there.
Okay, I think this is the yeah. So that chewing is dead. As it's digested, that frog starts leaping away because it actually had a nice meal and can do so. That frog just bounces off into the bush, never to be seen again. This frog is hungry. Looks around and hops at Torn. It can't swallow him, but maybe it can take a few bites out of you. Bite. What's your AC, Torn?
He's gonna hit.
Yeah. So currently there is a giant frog about your size holding onto you. It can't swallow you, but it is got its teeth sunk into you.
Alright. Well, he's gonna regret that because since he hit me,
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna use
you're
my Wrath of the
so
Storm.
so yeah. You're currently restrained. Another you have to kill it or. It says it's currently grappling you. I don't think it can. I don't think it can leap away a dexterity saving throw. What does that do?
No. It's I thought it was gonna post the whole thing, but apparently it didn't. Wrath of the Storm, when a creature within 5 feet that I can see hits me with attack, I can reuse my reaction to the creature to make a dex saving throw.
What does the dexterity throw do?
Um, dex saving
Five.
throw says
Okay.
DC 13, or it takes 2d8.
Roll the
Uh,
damage because it can't. It's biting into you, so it actually can't use the dexterity saving throw.
ooh,
So it takes 5 points of damage. Okay. Yeah. So this big frog has its mouth wrapped around parts of you, but you are just too big to swallow. So instead, it's like chewing. You can feel a tongue lapping at parts of your armor. This frog is trying to eat you. Blink dog.
Okay. Let me see something here first. And that is a 4. Let's see. Recharge 4 through 6. Okay. He's going to go bamf. And then he also gets his attack. So that's a d20 plus 3. And I got a 12, 13, 14, 15. Does that hit?
Does what? Can you write down what the attack? I can't because I can barely hear you. No, you're technically not flanked. You're inside of it. Oh, sorry, blink dog. Yeah, the blink dog is flanking. Sorry, I was thinking of run.
Just a moment, please, so I can confirm this. He got a natural 20.
All right. What's your damage roll?
That's a d6 plus 1. Just a second. So that would be 5. Do I just double it or do I roll another die?
Uh, whichever you prefer.
We'll just give him a total of 10 then.
Okay. So the Blake Dog bites down hard on this frog. Its teeth just digging into the body. The frog gasps and dies, and the poor gnome inside of it also feels sharp teeth digging into his body. He takes the overflow damage from the giant frog that just died, and receives a wound of 7 damage. And the frog is ripped open, revealing Run. The Blink Dog is probably not happy that it bit Run.
I have a feeling that the storyteller hates the gnome.
I don't. I just have this thing of if you're attacking something that's inside of something else, if you're attacking something that has somebody inside of it like that, there's a chance that you might hit them. And
A good thing that I didn't get to attack that one then, because he probably would have taken more damage from me.
yeah, it's possible you would have accidentally swallowed the frog, which would then have swallowed the gnome. You've been like, okay, the frog's dead. Where's the gnome?
Isn't there a song about all of that?
Yes. Giant frog. This frog hops over towards the Blink Dog. The Blink Dog's a medium class creature, right?
Yes.
Okay. Giant frog bites at the Blink Dog. Ooh. And now is latched onto the Blink Dog. Restraining it. Although that's probably not going to work with the Blink Dog since Blink Dog can just blink, but it doesn't know that. Other Chewinga
Okay, so that's 6 damage to
helpless.
Flute.
Yeah. Let's see this giant frog. This giant frog sees the bloody gnome and hops over, and is attacking Ren. Bite. Misses. Erdan! It's very difficult to see any of the frogs from this position with the giant wolf in the way, in the trees.
Move to here.
Yeah, you can kind of make out the frog that's snapping at Run right now.
Yes. For strike here.
All right. What else?
I'm just attack.
I can't hear you.
He's gonna attack with his bow.
Okay. That frog now has a major arrow wound. Blood that's gushing out of its body. Anything else?
That'll be all.
Arya.
I'm going to, as my action, I'm going to use my Call Lightning with Ari up, and I'm going to hit about right here, so it hits these 3 frogs.
Okay.
Reroll damage.
Yep. All right. This one explodes, leaving the Chewinga there. Hold on.
Hey!
Let's see. This one takes half, but unfortunately it was out of health. This one also explodes, letting go of the Blink Dug in the process. Anything else,
Um,
Arya?
yeah, Aria's gonna run over here and she's gonna kneel down. And as a bonus action, I'm going to use Balm of the Summer Court. I'm gonna use 2 of them to heal it. 2d6 to heal it for 8. And I'm kind of I'm murmuring in soft druidic to it. And that's the end of my turn.
Jasper.
I already counted it out, running around, and I'm attacking this one. And because an ally is its mouth within 5 feet of it, I get advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hang on. So, dirty 20.
That hits.
That would be damage.
Can you write that down, please? I couldn't hear you. All right. Anything else?
Nope. I think I'm good for now.
Run. You're no longer being eaten. You're no longer in the process of being eaten. What do you do?
Oh, about the only thing I can do is stabby stab. That'll be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
And since I am no longer restrained, I get my sneak attack.
Yes, you do. So, what's the damage?
Hold on, I had to check to see how many dice I had to roll.
If you have to roll more than 3 dice, it's dead already. It only has 3 hit points left.
Oh, well, in that case, I killed him on the first roll. That would have been a 5.
All right. You have defeated the giant frogs that were eating the Chewinga. Unfortunately, only one Chewinga left. And is currently climbing up onto Arya's shoulder.
Aria will let him climb up onto her shoulders and just gently, kind of very gently with her pinky, stroke his mane and try to comfort him.
You hear what sounds like sad wind chime sounds.
Aria will kind of, oh, it's okay, little guy. You can stay with me.
Run turns. I'm sorry I couldn't save you both. I tried, I really did.
Aria will kind of pat Run on the head and cast, use another 3 of her for Balm of the Summer Court. Let's see. Roll 3d6. It does 8 healing.
Jasper stalks over to Run in wolfy form and just glares down at him before turning back into herself. Before you try to fight the big fucking frogs, get us.
He glares back. I hate bullies.
That's fine. I do as well. You got swallowed.
And currently Run stinks like the inside of a frog.
He uses prestidigitation and cleans up. Now, what time of day is it now?
It's moving on towards evening.
Uh, uh, Perhaps we should uh go ahead and set camp.
Be a good idea.
Volunteer for first watch.
Run will take second watch, and while he's doing that, he can be hopefully finishing up his crossbow.
I'll take third.
Alright, give me your perception rolls, watchers.
Run is too intent, too distracted working on his crossbow.
6. Hey! Search for both of us.
Run has a total of 7. Or wait, yeah, total of 7.
Oh, sorry, I think I was muted. Uh, so your evening seems to have gone off much better than your late. Sorry, the night seems to go off a lot better than your evening did. Nothing disturbs your camp, and by the morning, Arya still has her new friend, a little Chewinga on her shoulder.
Alright, Aria would have cast Good Berry to give everyone, including her Chewinga friend. And she kind of looks at him and says, You want to come with us?
The Chewinga just seems to sit on her shoulder with no intention of going anywhere else.
Aria's tail will wag slightly.
So, does Run finally finish his project?
Give me a Tinker Tool check.
Uh, Intelligence or
Intelligence.
okay. That's a 19 plus 7.
Alright. Yeah, you probably finished your crossbow by now.
Did I manage to make any improvements?
We didn't we talk about this? What you were going after?
Yeah, I was leaving it up to you as to what the bonus was since you're the DM.
Ah, let's see. What's the bonus on the crossbow? Because it's not a magical thing, so it's not a +1 crossbow. But I think that you might have an additional point to hit, but it wouldn't be considered a +1 crossbow. Not a magical crossbow, but you did improve it by a +1. If you know what I mean. Like, you know how to update
Oh,
that?
yeah. That's the part we did talk about, that any improvements that would be made, whether it's a extra dice up or if it's a plus X, it won't be magical.
Yeah.
That's the only part we talked about.
Yeah.
It can still break any
Yes.
damage. But
Yeah, and it doesn't count. It doesn't count against the creatures that can't be that need magical weapons to hurt them better, sort of
right.
thing. Also, but it's an additional +1 to hit with it.
Sounds good. I'll add that to the
Ba-
information.
basically, you improved its stability, so which is why it makes it slightly easier to target things. Hence, +1 to dice rolling. Sadly, any damage bonuses would have to be on the bolts themselves.
Okay, so it was +1 to targeting, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you guys continue on in this vein. Another 2 days back to Vorn. Keeping an eye out and an ear out for any weirdness in the forest. Probably keeping your gnome companion close so he doesn't get swallowed by another frog. And finally, you've returned to Vorn. What would you guys like to do?
Follow the goblin tracks this time.
Give me a survival or investigation roll.
I'm gonna do.
All of us?
Whoever's attempting to decipher the tracks.
I'm a very good tracker if you would like to me.
I think we could use a bit of help.
Well, a big
New guy throwing a dick around.
What did you get, Jasper?
A 15.
Okay.
I wrote it in the roll 20.
Ah, there we are. Yeah, so 15 and 15 there. So you guys can kind of tell that the tracks are definitely going off to the east, and some more faded ones to the north.
The east?
Yes.
That's good. That's group.
Ah.
Yep. Alright, East sounds good.
on you.
How are you out here in by the ground? That'd be funny.
It's just out here because I've always heard that this island had treasures, and I just wanted to get out and explore, but a bit tougher out here than I thought it was.
You'll have.
Uh-oh, who did we lose?
Hurry up.
Huh? I'm sorry, everyone went quiet for the past minutes. Jasper, you're saying something?
Was talking to Don about he was out here and telling him that he'll have plenty of adventure with us.
Aria will nod. And she'll also mention to Erden, like, oh, just be glad you hadn't run into any cannibals.
Cannibals?
Aria will nod. Yeah, we were in a swamp and they spotted us. Luckily, all they did was creep at us. It wasn't very fun.
I've heard a lot of stories about this place, but probably should have done a lot more research on what exactly was out here before I just charged in by myself like a fool.
Aria kind of shrugs, and then she looks at you. He's like, did you even remember any bug salve repellent? Bug repellent salve.
Oh. I know how to make some every now and again, but just natural stuff I find. That's also usually out in the forest. Not really much on the jungle area.
Maria's gonna hand him a tub which will have 20 applications. Like, here, I've got plenty if you need more.
Thank you. I'll take them in my back.
All right. So, what do you guys wish to do?
My cat. Off to the east. Follow these freaking tracks. I guess we find some goblins.
All right.
Away from the door.
I've already rolled my perception check for the day.
Okay.
So are mine.
Another day goes by. It is raining. Rain starts coming down. Not that
Well,
it doesn't rain a lot, here in Chult. It just seems to be more rainy than usual.
while they're out in the rain, Ariel's tail will slightly wag and she'll, look up to the sky.
Run will, actually, I don't think I have a two-man tent, do I? Just
Now, which of these three pass in front of you do you wish? North, east, or southeast?
I'll roll an investigation and see if there's any tracks to lead us.
All right.
That'll be a 13 on the investigation.
All right. Yeah, you can't really make out where the tracks are anymore.
Can I roll another survival?
Yes.
I was also going to ask if I could roll a survival.
All right, Arya. You discover that most of the tracks lead to the east.
Rio start walking east, like, this way.
Follow along.
Follow along as Ron rides Floof like a horse,
Wit!
who happens to still be in blink dog form.
All right. So, roll another survival check to figure out which direction now.
A 10 this time.
Arya got 27. So yeah, that would be southeast.
Got a natural 1 for survival, so I don't see.
And you have discovered Yelyark. Alrighty then. It is still raining heavily, by the way.
How many days have we been gone?
Let's see. It is currently feasting 19. You left. Let's see, which day? You left on Divine 86. And there's 90 days in a month, so that would be 20 some days.
All right, and we paid for the original 20. Then we paid for what, 20 more?
Yeah.
So we basically don't have a whole lot of time to get back.
Yeah, you might have to send them more gold.
Except we can't because,
Oh, that's right, you don't have the snake.
yeah.
Alright. So, let me flip to the pages of Yelyark.
Come across the goblins yet?
Alright. Let's see where the descriptors are for this. Alright, no specific descriptors. Simply just a look. What you see down below you, kind of sitting along a river, along the edge of the river, one of the tributaries to the river. It's not actually the main river. Not you probably saw it as you canoed past, like the tributary, but you didn't explore it because it was like very shallow, and your the tiny little canoes you see here would get to that. Your larger canoe, your folding boat, would have had a much harder time trying to pass through there. But you see it here on a tributary, and you see what looks to be a small village with little fire pits and the occasional goblins running around outside, a few pits, and some chopped down trees, which seem to have been turned into lumber. Roll perception checks for more information.
I see a black screen.
Yeah, your tokens aren't on there. So that's not a surprise. Alright. So, Torin, as you're looking down, you notice that one of the larger trees nearby seems to be bent over, and there's a long rope attached to it that is leading. Well, the one side it's tethered, and on another side of the rope and the bent over part, it appears to be attached to something on the ground that seems to be supporting a good chunk of the village itself. Like the village itself, like there are these various huts around with fires set up outside of them. But then there are a group of huts that all seem to be on some kind of disc of some kind, and Torin can see that there's that bent tree is somehow attached to it. It's weird. This looks like it should be some sort of trap. It looks like some kind of flinging mechanism somehow. Ah. How did that get there? So that's pretty much what you see when you look down towards that direction.
Was my token just removed?
Yeah, nobody's token's supposed to be on this map.
Okay, because all we see is black.
Yeah, I know. I know. This is going to depend on what you guys want to do. Now that I've described what you've seen down there.
Got
I'm
a
gonna tell
village.
I'm gonna tell those that didn't see it what I see, and I'm gonna look over at Ron. Don't try setting off that trap unless we need to.
We see the village with some fire pits. Like, we see some goblins kind of around.
Yeah. Like you see some of them by a pit that you seem to be throwing something down into it.
Could try to talk to them. That's one option we have. To Aria.
Also, based on the perception check, Eridan, you notice that around the perimeter of the village, almost imperceptible, are various goblins that seem to be hidden in leafy ponchos, making them very difficult to see. If you hadn't rolled more than a 25, you probably would have missed them.
I'll point all those out to the party as well.
And you can definitely see that there is a goblin runner heading towards one of the huts in the village at high speed.
Rhea will probably hand the majority of her money off to Run to put in his bag of holding. Like, can you keep this safe, please? We don't want it taken. And I'm just going to leave myself with about 100 gold, if need be, for negotiation. So if the worst comes to worst, we don't lose all the party funds or any of my funds.
And Ren will take it, put it away, and him and Floof will turn invisible.
Before he turns invisible, I will also hand him the party fund, and whenever I hand it to him, I know exactly how much is in here. If a coin is missing,
You're just never gonna see Run again. He's just gonna abandon you all there.
probably.
Hey, Ren is under contract, so he's not running anywhere till he gets his job done.
So, the rest of us try to get ready if we need to run to her aid.
Rhea
I
kind
think
of look over to you, Erden, and says, I think I'll be alright. My older siblings were goblins.
I don't like letting Aria go in alone.
Well, Run was actually going to follow and hide kind of close by somewhere, but not
That,
close enough to be attacked.
that makes me feel comfortable after I just watched you get swallowed by a frog.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. We need someone with message.
It's been a few days since he was swallowed by that frog.
Well, you can't really blame it on the gnome. This time it kind of be on the player for not telling the DM that he'd be hiding up in a tree more likely or behind a tree.
I know, we can still blame it on the gnome because he should have came back and got us.
So
W run.
this time Run will be at a range hiding. So I will roll for stealth with
Uh,
advantage since I'm
yep,
invisible, I believe. Okay.
yep, you're invisible. Advantage.
Okay, that is a 27.
All right. None of you know where Run is.
Great. I guess Aria will start making her way down to the village. If Arden had pointed out the goblins hiding in the tree, she'll give them a friendly wave.
All right. You hear some startled yelps. They're kind of soft, but you definitely startled at least one of them.
And she'll say in a sweet goblin like, "Oh, don't mind me. I don't mean any harm." Well, as sweet as she can make goblin sound.
All right.
We
Roll
your leader.
roll persuasion.
Oof,
Oh.
big oof.
Oh.
Yeah. So several goblins come running out with their weapons and like staring at you, and you hear them yell in Goblin, saying, not no closer, big one." Kind of aiming weapons in your direction.
Aria will just kind of tilt her head, and she'll show her hands like, "But as you can see, I have no weapons."
Like they kind of look towards each other. Uh, and again, speaking in Goblin, what is your business here? Why do you come? Why do you bother us?
Aria will kind of blink and say, "Well, I just want to say hi. Is that wrong?" And she'll kind of scruff the ground with her feet and look innocent.
Big ones never wanted to say hi.
Rude of them.
Big ones just want to chase us off, even though these are our lands.
Really rude of them.
They're starting to get this little confused look. Like, well, actually, it's hard to tell because they're wearing masks, so it's like really difficult to make out facial features on them. But they do appear to be looking towards each other, like glancing back and forth as if confused. What do you do, Arya?
She'll kind of add like, "Oh, it's like, but don't worry, I'm not here to chase anyone. I'm just curious. I haven't. My older siblings were goblins."
And you do notice, as you're walking like into the village, you do see a couple like fence lines, and you see skulls like planted atop the fence lines. Like some of them definitely appear to be humanoid in nature, though you don't see any that you would recognize as Furbolg.
I say nothing about the skulls because that is completely rude to comment on somebody's choice of decoration when inside their home. But I said I won't enter their village proper until the other goblins kind of let me pass.
Okay.
Because again, it's also rude. And we're trying to make a good impression here.
Alright. Again, one of the goblins is still pointing a spear at you. Why are you here, big one?
Maria will just kind of look at him, look very confused and puzzled, and like, but I just want to see. Is that wrong? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, why?
Because this is our land. We don't need big ones like you here. Unless you wish to decorate our walls.
No, but I can bless your crops.
We don't have crops. We fish. We hunt. We gather.
Well, I can bless the land if you want.
Again, this seems to be a very confusing concept to them.
She was like, I'm a druid. I'm connected to the earth. I can cast a spell over 8 hours that will let it. She'll kind of move her hand back and forth as she's trying to figure out how to say. That will let it grow better for a year if I cast it over 8 hours.
Again, they are staring at you. And the one in the lead just seems to, like, remove the mask and just seems to be pinching the skin between its eyes. And is mumbling in Goblin still to one of the other goblins. But you can hear it because you're able to hear very well, saying, "Why doesn't this creature understand the first time? And they call us goblins dumb. We don't grow crops. Why does this thing keep insisting we grow crops?"
It's gonna
muttering this at the other goblin.
By the way, Aria has been speaking in Goblin this entire time.
Yeah, I know. It's speaking Goblin low. Doesn't realize that you can hear very well. That you can hear all the way there.
Aria will kind of pout, and she'll be like, "Well, honestly, I don't even know what she would do in this situation." I'm sorry, my brain's quitting on me.
That's okay. It's late.
Truthfully, I think it's starting to quit on all of us.
It's been a long week. Do you want to pick up and figure out what you're gonna do next week?
Yeah, figure
Well,
out of character, because we know we want to see if we can get the control amulet, but I don't think us saying that will be very good.
Especially since they might necessarily understand what you're going on about.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Sorry.
If they don't agree
No,
with the
that's
rate,
okay.
Jasper does not need to be the one to talk.